Hi, welcome you all to the series of videos on Statutory Branch Audit 2023. Friends, in this video, I would like to explain about what we fill in the table of LFAR total advances examined. Let me show you the table which I am referring. Let me open the LFAR. In this, under the advances, one table we need to fill. As you all know, the LFAR revised in the financial year 2021, meaning from 31st March 2021, we should follow the new LFR. In the new LFR, under the section of advances, there is a table called List of Accounts Examined for Audit. I always surprise what people fill in this table. Friends, this video I'm recording and I'm explaining you based on my experience. Some people may have a different opinion on this explanation. If you are finding a different opinion, you can ignore this explanation or reasoning. If any of you finds the logic in my uh, reason, then you can adopt this. List of accounts examined for the audit. In one of the video of this series, I explained about the transaction audit. As you all know, transaction audit we have to do for all the accounts which are above the threshold. The meaning of transaction audit is we must need to know about the transaction end to end, start from the birth till 31st March 2023. I have seen many people, they just fill this table just to get the percentage big. If the table they are simply asking till here, I don't think so. There is a lot of issue because they have added one extra row with a title percentage examined, then there is a lot of issue. I'll tell you what happened. If I can fill only three accounts here, for those three accounts, I have a control. Then if I look into the percentage, that may be 1.2% or 1%. Then I myself feel bad thinking the percentage is very low. I may add another 20 accounts here. But I feel that's a very wrong habit and you will be into the risk because once you keep the accounts what you examine for the audit in this table, it is an evidence you are telling to the regulator that you have audited all these advances. That means what items I need to keep here? You should keep all those accounts above the threshold, large advances. As you all know the meaning of large advance, 10% of aggregate advances or 10 crore, whichever is lower. Let's say in your branch, there are four large advances are there. Anyway, you have to do the transaction audit of all those four large advances. You can put all those four accounts here. Let's say your branch doesn't have a large advance. Then there is a question in the LFR. Let me go little down. Let me go little down. Furthermore, yeah. Comment on adverse features considered significant in top 5 standard large advances and which need management's attention. To answer this question, you have to take top 5 standard large advances, then you should analyze the data, right? That means you are indirectly doing a transaction audit. So, whether large advances are there or not in the branch in which you are doing the audit, top 5 standard as large advances you have to consider. Those 5 anyway will come here. Remaining accounts, if you take it as a sample where you have done the transaction audit, that means if you have a control about those accounts, you can fill here. Otherwise, let's say for you have taken some 15 accounts. For these 15 accounts, you have only verified the pre-sanction documentation. Now the question, am I need to keep those 15 accounts in this table? If you ask me, don't do that. Don't keep it because you have not done the transaction audit of all these 15 accounts. You have just verified a small part of the entire life cycle of the advance. That is pre-sanction documentation. Maybe for some accounts, you have just verified post-sanction documentation. Don't keep those accounts here. For some accounts, you only verified the account statement analysis. Again, don't keep those accounts here. In nutshell, if you ask me to summarize, keep the accounts only those accounts for which you have a control, for which you have done the transaction audit. Otherwise, don't keep anything here because once you keep the accounts in this table, you yourself telling to the regulator, banker, central statutory auditor that you have verified these all accounts. You have examined all these accounts for the audit. Tomorrow, if any question comes from the regulator about any of the accounts which you are keeping into this table, you cannot escape with the reason that it is not part of your sample. Thank you so much. See you all in the next video.